Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The chaos surrounding the Brown family has reached an explosive boiling point, with news outlets and online communities set ablaze after whispers of Sister Wives patriarch Kody Brown being arrested, a scandal that no one saw coming but somehow feels like the inevitable crescendo of years of family feuds, property disputes, collapsing marriages, and financial mysteries. And at the center of the storm stands Robyn Brown, the so-called favorite wife, who is now allegedly the shocking story. Begins with police reports that leaked late at night, allegedly documenting a series of confrontations involving financial discrepancies linked to Kody's name, where questionable transfers and odd withdrawals raised enough suspicion that authorities stepped in, with witnesses claiming that Kody was actually arrested during a heated exchange on Coyote Pass itself, the symbolic land that has haunted the Brown family for years as both a prom. Imagine the scene, flashing lights illuminating the rocky dirt road, officers stepping forward as Kody, whose hair looked more disheveled than ever in the Arizona wind, tried to argue his innocence, while Robyn, clutching her purse, reportedly shouted at the officers about injustice and family harassment, drawing even more attention to their fragile state. But the real twist would not come until the court hearing, where Robyn, unable to contain herself, lashed out. This courtroom drama reportedly cracked the facade wide open, with sources saying Robyn stood up, pointed across the courtroom, and screamed that this was a setup, that people were jealous of their family, and that everything Kody does is for his children. But the eruption only fueled the whispers about the fifth wife's devastating secrets, which some allege include financial fraud, questionable business dealings, and personal vendettas that tie directly into the Brown fans have suspected for years that Kody was hiding something beyond his televised marriages, and with Mary, Christine, and Janelle all gone, the possibility of another woman waiting in the wings seemed both scandalous and believable, especially as Kody's behavior became more erratic in recent seasons, clinging desperately to Robyn while the rest of his empire collapsed. But now the puzzle pieces fit together with eerie precision. If a fifth wife existed, her secrets may inside the courtroom, reporters described Robyn's breakdown as theatrical, her face red with fury as she slammed her hand on the table, allegedly shouting that the system was biased against polygamists, even though legally she has long tried to distance herself from the title of plural wife. But her words only highlighted her panic, leading many to question whether her real anger was not about Kody's arrest, but about being blindsided by the revelation of the fifth. The scandal has reignited old wounds among the Browns, with Janelle allegedly telling close friends that she always knew something like this would happen, and Christine allegedly commenting privately that Kody's downfall was long overdue, while Mary, who has been building a new independent life, has remained quieter but cryptically posted on social media about truths eventually coming to light, fueling fan theories that all of the ex-wives were aware of these hidden at the center of it all. However, stands Robyn, who has long been portrayed as both the villain and the victim, but whose courtroom explosion has cemented her as a divisive figure. Some fans pity her as a woman losing control of her world, while others see her as complicit, clinging to a man who has spun a web of lies too tangled to escape. Meanwhile, the fifth wife secrets, which reportedly involve hidden properties, secret funds, and a timeline that coincides suspiciously with the years Kody was demanding loyalty from his televised wives, have raised chilling questions about whether Robyn was aware all along, if she enabled his behavior, or if she has been caught off guard like the rest of America. The fallout has gone far beyond the courtroom, with TLC now under intense pressure to determine whether the Sister Wives franchise can survive such a bombshell, with fans demanding a spin-off focusing on the ex-wives' new independent lives, and others demanding answers from Robyn, who many believe still holds the master key to Kody's secrets. Online, hashtags like #KodyArrested, #RobynExplodes, and #FifthWifeExposed have been trending, with fan forums dissecting every possible clue from previous seasons, rewatching episodes to look for moments when Kody may have slipped, Robyn's eyes darted too quickly, or hints of this shadow wife may have been hiding in plain sight. And the more fans dig, the more they believe the Browns' carefully controlled narrative has finally shattered beyond repair. Insiders say Kody appeared stunned in court, a man unrecognizable from the boastful patriarch who once preached about building his legacy on Coyote Pass, now reduced to a figure hunched over in handcuffs, muttering under his breath as his empire of wives, children, and television fame crumbled around him. The irony is sharp. The man who once demanded obedience and control now finds himself controlled by the system, his future uncertain, his reputation tarnished, his fifth wife's secrets exposed, and his so-called soulmate Robyn unraveling in public, leaving fans wondering not whether the Browns' story will end in tragedy, but how many more secrets will be revealed before the final chapter is written. The fallout from Kody Brown's alleged arrest has spread like wildfire across both mainstream tabloids and die-hard Sister Wives fan forums, transforming what began as whispers about financial misconduct and a mysterious fifth wife into a full-blown cultural scandal that has painted the Browns not as reality television curiosities, but as a family imploding under the weight of secrets, lies, and courtroom theatrics. And at the heart of the inferno is Robyn Brown's explosive, following the chaotic courtroom scene, in which Robyn allegedly broke down screaming about injustice and slammed her hand repeatedly on the defense table. Reports emerged that TLC executives immediately convened an emergency meeting to discuss the future of the franchise, with insiders leaking that producers are both horrified and secretly thrilled. Horrified at the legal liabilities of filming a man who could face serious charges, but thrilled at the ratings potential of fans who used to watch Sister Wives for. Awkward family dinners and passive-aggressive confessionals are now glued to the story of arrests, secrets, and betrayals, reimagining the show as a courtroom soap opera with the stakes being freedom, fortune, and family survival. Meanwhile, new details about the so-called fifth wife continue to emerge, whose existence has long been denied but whose alleged financial dealings with Kody have piqued the interest of investigators. Though her name has not yet been made public, whispers claim she was once a member of the Browns' inner circle, introduced as a family friend during the Las Vegas years, only to morph into something far more serious when cameras were off. This revelation has devastated the remaining Browns, particularly Janelle, who, according to insiders, told friends that we sacrificed everything while he was building another life behind our backs, a statement that resonates strongly with viewers who recall her leaving the marriage with nothing while Kody flaunted wealth and power. Christine, who has been living her happiest chapter with David Woolley, allegedly could not resist taking a swipe at Kody in a private conversation leaked online, where she allegedly joked that karma finally made a house call, a quip that fans immediately transformed into a viral meme showing Kody's mugshot edited over the Coyote Pass land sign, captioned with Karma's Pass. Mary, on the other hand, has remained more cryptic, posting yet another Instagram story about resilience. Robyn, on the other hand, is spiraling. Reports claim she stormed out of the courtroom after her outburst, refusing to speak to reporters, and later was spotted crying alone in her car, her eyeliner streaked down her cheeks, before driving off into the Arizona night, an image that fans have described as the villain's undoing and the final mask slipping. But the drama does not end there, because according to legal analysts weighing in on the case, the fifth wife secrets may not only destroy Kody's reputation but also expose potential financial improprieties that could rope Robyn herself into the mess, as she has long been listed on documents tied to Kody's businesses, meaning her courtroom eruption may not have been simple loyalty, but sheer panic about her own legal exposure. The prospect of Robyn facing legal scrutiny has enthralled the fandom, with some calling it justice for Mary, Janelle, and Christine, while others argue that Robyn has always been more naive than manipulative, a woman caught up in Kody's delusions and left to bear the burden while the ex-wives moved on. Whatever the truth, the Browns' secret empire is crumbling in real time, and TLC cameras are nowhere to hide it. Ironically, the very show that made them famous may now be the stage on which their demise is broadcast, with fans demanding a tell-all special that directly addresses the arrest, the fifth wife, and Robyn's courtroom explosion. According to industry insiders, TLC has considered pivoting the show entirely, dropping Kody from the narrative and rebranding it with a title like Sister Wives, The Next Chapter, focusing on the ex-wives rebuilding their lives while Kody and Robyn deal with legal and financial issues off-screen. But there are also rumors of rival networks circling, hoping to snatch the rights to the scandal for an even juicier docuseries. Meanwhile, the Browns' children are caught in the crossfire, with some adult children supposedly enraged at their father for once again embarrassing the family in public, while others remain conflicted, refusing to abandon him despite mounting evidence of his misconduct. Christine's outspoken daughter, Gwendolyn, has already hinted at the arrest in a TikTok video, smirking as she mouthed along to a trending sound about dads who lie, while Logan, Janelle's eldest, has reportedly told friends he wants nothing to do with the circus and will focus on his career away from the cameras. Paydon, who is typically outspoken, apparently made a joke about selling free Kody t-shirts, which some fans found amusing while others regarded as insensitive. Despite all of this turbulence, Kody is claimed to be a shell of his old self, appearing haggard and nervous at his last court appearance, no longer the chest-puffing patriarch, but a man bent by the weight of betrayal, secrets, and a legal system that appears set to make an example of him. Insiders claim he has blamed everyone but himself. Robyn for not controlling her emotions in court, the ex-wives for abandoning him, TLC for exploiting the family, and even the fifth wife for setting him up, but his refusal to accept responsibility only reinforces the public image of a man incapable of introspection, clinging to control even as he loses everything. The scandal has also reignited old debates about the legality of polygamy, with pundits debating whether Kody's public lifestyle, while technically within the bounds of spiritual marriages rather than legal ones, contributed to the current mess by blurring the lines between legal and spiritual commitments, allowing him to manipulate finances, properties, and relationships without being held accountable. The irony that his enterprise, built on breaking laws, could suddenly be destroyed by legal technicalities is not lost on viewers, who are already anticipating that the final season of Sister Wives will be the most incendiary ever, a reality soap opera so dramatic that Hollywood scripts look tame. Whether or not Robyn stays by Kody's side is now the central question. Her courtroom explosion demonstrated loyalty, but insiders say cracks are forming, with some sources claiming she has privately told friends she feels betrayed and humiliated by the fifth wife's exposure, even hinting that she has considered leaving but is trapped by her children's reliance on him. If Robyn walks away, it would be the actual end of the Brown family project, a breakdown so complete that even Kody's last ally could not bear it, and fans are salivating at the prospect, immediately imagining spin-offs focusing on Robyn's redemption or downfall. Meanwhile, Christine, Janelle, and Mary are allegedly considering collaborating on a tell-all book, which insiders claim has been proposed for years, but has never seemed right, until now, with Kody's arrest providing the perfect storm of intrigue, publicity, and vindication. That book might be the final nail in the coffin, exposing not just the fifth wife, but decades of behind-the-scenes manipulation, falsehoods, and production secrets, permanently shattering whatever image Kody intended to maintain. As for the enigmatic fifth wife, she remains in the shadows, her identity tightly guarded, but speculations suggest she may soon emerge, either to defend herself or to profit from the scandal with her own story, a move that would add fuel to an already burning fire. Until then, the Browns remain a family in freefall, their once carefully curated narrative shattered beyond repair, their patriarch in handcuffs, their queen wife screaming in court, their children divided, their ex-wives liberated but still tethered to the fallout, and their fans waiting with bated breath to see how much darker and more chaotic this saga can get before the final curtain falls on the most scandalous reality TV family in history.